All right, gang, what's going on? So there's some more reporting coming out about the Yankees hitting coach situation and all this stuff. And I want to get it to you because I think it's relevant, it's important, it makes sense, and it's a little bit surprising too. So we know Dillon Lawson's been relieved of his duties, and the Yankees have brought in Sean Casey. So now, obviously, one of the major differences between Sean Casey and Dillon Lawson is Sean Casey was a major leaguer and has major league experience. Dillon Lawson did not, and still does not. So, and the Yankees have expressed one of those things. And Cashman doesn't have it. Her Brian Hoke did report this, that he actually went to Hal Steinbrenner and asked him to make a hitting coach change, or coaching change. Okay, it wasn't Hal that made the decision; it was Cashman that did it. So, it's not a lot to give Cashman credit for these days, but this is one thing: acknowledge the fact that they needed to make a change, and they did. Now, what other changes they make, we have no idea, but that's a good start. So, and one of the things we found out over the years, well, not over the years, but for the last little while here, is that they didn't connect with Dillon Lawson the way that they connected with another coach. And the other coach is Hensley Bam Bam Mullins. Remember him? He was here, an assistant head coach. He's not the lead head coach for Colorado Rockies. Some guys that I think would be good trade candidates for the Yankees, and that we've talked about as well. But the reporting is confirming too that the Yankees they developed a special bond with Hensley Mullins, and a lot of the players really look to him for insight and advice and some other things and some hitting knowledge as well. So they really, really respected him very much. Okay, they also appreciated the fact, and they made it clear that they prefer somebody who has a major league experience that they can relate a little bit differently, a little bit more clearly, a little bit better. So no surprise. So that's again, it's a component as to maybe Dillon Lawson, he was at a little bit of a disadvantage because he didn't have major league experience. Couldn't speak of it. So they couldn't connect with them in that regard. So did he do a great job? No, he did not. We think we can all admit that. But he was also an advantage, but at a disadvantage, but it is what it is. So they really, really respected Hensley Bam Bam Mullins. So in addition, okay, a couple of years ago before Dillon Lawson became the hitting coach, Aaron Boone had Don Mattingly here. Okay, and had Don Mattingly here before he became the bench coach for the Toronto Blue Jays. For those that don't know, I mean, bench coach is a little bit more prodigious of a position. It's like the consigliere. Yeah, the consigliere. The Tom Hagen, baby. Or you know who else? The Silvio. Okay, the consigliere to the manager in the dugout. It's a more prodigious position. Okay, and he wanted to talk about being a hitting coach with Don Mattingly before the position was offered to him. Toronto came in and offered him the bench coach position, so that's why he took that position. But he did have Don Mattingly in here discussing that position with him. Once he took that position with Toronto, they pivoted to Dillon Lawson. I don't know who the person is who decided to pivot to Dillon Lawson, but they did. So, and that's besides the point. But they did have Don Mattingly. I know a lot of folks want Don Mattingly, so I'm guessing this. If he gets an opportunity again, he'll get an opportunity here with the Yankees. So he'll probably be a hitting coach too. So, but now they've got Sean Casey, another guy with major league experience who's known as a great communicator, known as a great motivator, and a guy that can inspire people and just get through to people. And I think some of the guys need some of the younger guys and some of the other folks need some people that can communicate with them and get through to them. Some of them don't need it. Some of them just have the leadership intangible, don't need to be babysat, which is a good thing too. I think Sean Casey would be a good fit. And again, he brings that different dynamic that Dillon Lawson did not have, which is major league experience. Career 300 hitter, 3-time All-Star. So he's in the Reds Hall of Fame too. But I don't know if you knew about the Hensley Bam Bam connection, how much he really admired the guy, or that Don Mattingly was this close to being offered the job before Toronto came in and offered him the Tom Hagen position. Okay. And which, again, not surprised that he took it, but it sounds as if they're leaving, open at some point down the line, if things don't happen to work out with Sean Casey or whatever, and Don Mattingly becomes a free agent again, I would expect to see him back in the Yankees dugout to some capacity. Whether it be the bench coach, whether it be the hitting coach, he's well respected and well revered and loved in the Yankee community. So I would expect to see him back in as well. So, and so that's what we got right now. So. And this is all due respect to the folks who wanted Paul O'Neill, Hideki Matsui, and some A-Rod. They don't have any coaching experience, either one of them. So before we knock someone else for not having coaching experience, neither one of them had those either. Great player doesn't make you a great coach. So that's another thing that need to emphasize too. But I want to get that intel to you. There's going to be more intel coming out. I'm going to summarize today's day 3 of the draft. Okay, there's rounds 11 through 20. I've been going through every Yankee pick, and the Rule 5 draft comes. And we'll see what the Yankees expose and protect. Remember, to protect somebody from the Rule 5 draft, you have to make a 40-man roster move and get him on here, so you have to kick somebody off. So expect some more roster moves in the next couple of days. So if you're not subscribed to this channel, just hit that like and subscribe button. Come along for the ride. That way you don't miss anything. For those that haven't heard, I'm going live on trade deadline day 2. Go over everything as it comes in live. I'll see who gets moved, who doesn't, and so on. So I want you to be able to enjoy that as well. So, but that's what we got right now. That's the hitting coach carousel. A little bit more intel there. If anything else comes out, I'll get it to you immediately. Have a great day, everybody. Try and stay warm. It's hot as hell out. Talk to you later.